Digital commodification and platform capitalism haven't made the Gesamtarbeiter obsolete. Instead, they have radically transformed it, expanding who counts as a worker, fragmenting how we work, and redefining where exploitation happens. First, commodification has expanded the Gesamtarbeiter well beyond the factory gates. In platform capitalism, the raw material is data, and data is produced by everyone who uses Facebook, Google Maps, Uber, or any of these other platforms. Scholars have identified a three-stage process of data commodification. First, platforms appropriate user interactions as use values to optimize their services. Second, that data is transformed into a secondary commodity, decoupled from its original use. Third, the ability to influence users is sold as a commodity to third parties. This means every click, every scroll, every review you leave for a restaurant is digital labor. Cheng Enfu's New Living Labor theory would likely recognize this as value creating, but many would reject it because the worker isn't producing a tangible commodity. Second, platform capitalism fragments the Gesamtarbeiter in ways that Marx would have never imagined. Platforms construct control systems using algorithmic monitoring, data monopoly, and task fragmentation that dominate labor using hidden digital technologies. This is what some call technological proletarianization. The precarious gig worker, atomized, isolated in their car or apartment, managed not by a foreman, but by an app. These platforms present themselves as neutral matchmakers, but in reality, while extracting value, they shift all of the risk onto the worker. Some might say these workers are excluded from the productive Gesamtarbeiter because their labor occurs in the sphere of circulation or unpaid user activity. But under the expansive view, they are at the front lines of modern accumulation. Third, despite fragmentation, the total worker is finding new forms of resistance. Uber drivers network on WhatsApp, Amazon warehouse workers organize across facilities, Google Maps local guides, 150 million strong at last count, are slowly realizing that their volunteer contributions generate billions in value without compensation. The digital collective worker may be invisible, atomized, and precarious, but it is not powerless. The same networks that fragment workers enable distributed solidarity. The question is no longer who is productive, but how can we organize the digital total worker? That, perhaps, is the central political question of the day.